smoke and the room clear, see, and there's the dog lying there, and his hair's all standing up, and the guy says, don't look at me, it's your dog. Hey, Pa. Hey, you're home early.
No, Peggy.
Hello, Mr. Cartwright.
What, a meeting break up?
No, it's still going on, but I got tired. I'm bone tired. Do me a favor, will you? Put up my horse.
Yeah, sure. Go on, have a rest. Be back in a minute. I got a great one.
Oh, Mr. Cartwright, is my father still at the meeting?
Oh, yeah, he's still there. He'll be along after a while. Don't worry now.
Oh, I'm not worried. Little Joe and I are having a wonderful time. He tells the best jokes I've ever heard.
I know. Good night, Peggy.
Good night, Mr. Cartwright.
Adam.
Oh, hi, Pa. How'd the cattleman meeting go?
Oh, all right, I guess. I left early.
Something wrong?
No. No, just tired, I guess.
It's no wonder the way you've been driving yourself lately.
As soon as I get some sleep, I should be all right. Matter of fact, I think I'll take the hay right now. Good night. On your side. No.
Boss. Yeah, what's the matter? What's the matter? Yeah.
Could you manage to sleep a little more quietly?
What was I doing?
You were snoring.
Oh, boy, I don't snore.
Whatever it was you were doing, then, will you please stop it?
I'll try, Paul.
Adam. If you have to play that thing, keep it down, please.
Oh, sorry, Pa.
Joseph!
Hey, you call me, Pa?
If you have to tell stories at this time of night, tell some quiet ones!
Shh, shh. Pa's trying to sleep. We'll be quiet, Pa. I think we better play checkers.
Boss, Oh, Hoss?
I'm awake, Paul. I'm awake.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry I awakened you, son.
Huh?
You go back to sleep now. Get right back into bed and go back to sleep.
All right, Paul.
Good night, son.
I thought you'd be asleep by now.
Adam, I'm sorry I asked you to stop playing that guitar. You go right ahead and play it.
That's all right. I'd just soon read.
No, you play the guitar anytime you want to.
You're gonna make me mad. Didn't I warn you about double jumping me? Where's the frog? Come on, frog! Let's get her! Did we disturb you again, Pa?
Huh? No, you kids just keep right on enjoying yourself.
Where are you going?
I'm going to town.
But I just put your horse up.
Well, I'll just have to get him out again. I've just got to get a good night's rest.
Oh, Pa,
Joseph, someday you'll understand. Trying to hit some innocent bystander here?
What's it to you? Why don't you mind your own business?
Well,
Wait a minute. What's going on here?
I don't know what beef this fella has with the young fella he was chasing and shooting at there, but public street is no place to settle it.
I agree with you, Ben. What's your problem, mister?
That young squirt won all my money in a poker game, wouldn't give me a chance to get it back.
What's your name, mister?
Frank Shermer.
Well, Mr. Shermer, I got a piece of news for you. In this town, any man can quit any game just any time he's got a mind. So either you get back in there and calm yourself down, play according to our rules, or you get out of this town altogether. Shooter, thank you for stopping that shooting, Ben. Say, what you doing in town this time of night?
Well, you know, Roy, I just couldn't get to sleep at the house. I came into town to get a room at the hotel and get a good night's rest, and that's just what I'm going to do right now. I'll see you in the morning, Roy.
All right. Night, Ben.
All right.
Good evening, sir.
I'd like a room for the night, please.
Excellent. A comfy spot for a weary traveler. Isaiah Potts at your service, sir. Just sign here.
Good evening, Mr. Potts.
Mrs. Jenkins. I'll get your luggage.
I haven't any.
No luggage?
No, well, I'll be leaving first thing in the morning.
With no luggage, I'm afraid I must ask for payment in advance. Hotel rules, you know.
Oh, Mr. Potts, don't be so foolish, my boy. This is Mr. Ben Cartwright of the Ponderosa.
So?
Well, so it is not at all necessary to ask for money in advance.
I'm afraid I can't be expected to know everyone in the territory. After all, I've only worked here a few days, you know.
Well, that's all right. As I say, I'll be leaving first thing in the morning. How much is it?
$1 a night, but perhaps it won't be necessary.
That's all right. Now, what's the room number? May I have the key, please?
Room number 4, but there is no key. People kept walking off with them, and the management removed the locks. Just walk right in.
Number 4.
Oh, Mr. Cartwright, I'm the widow Jenkins, Jenny Jenkins. And since the death of my dear husband, I live here at the hotel. If there's anything at all I can do to help you, I'd be...
Well, thank you very much. You're very kind. Good night.
Good night.
He's, rich, Mr. Cartwright?
Oh, the richest, Mr. Potts, in the whole territory. And without a helpmate. Like me.
Mr. Potts?
Yes, Mr. Cartwright. Something wrong?
Yeah, one thing. There's a fella sound asleep up in number 4.
Is it a dirty man in a filthy undershirt?
Yeah, that would be about the description, I guess.
Hamish Loy. Apparently, he's rented the room before. Now, whenever he gets drunk, he thinks he's rented it for life. Just throw him out.
Throw him out?
Yes. Just wake him up and tell him to get out. It's your room. You paid for it. There's no question about it. He has got to go.
All right, Mr. Lloyd. Up you get. Up and out. Come on now, this ain't your bed.
Where are my boots?
Huh?
Where are my boots? Always take your boots off before you go to bed. That's manners.
Yeah.
Remember that, my boy. I wouldn't think of going to bed with my boots on.
No, of course you wouldn't.
That ain't the cultured thing to do.
All right, now let's get these boots on. There we are. There. Now, can you think you can manage that one?
Oh, Mr. Cartwright, is there anything I can do to help you?
No, Mrs. Jenkins, I think everything is under control here.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. Well, if I can help in any way, I'd be very happy to.
I'm sure you would, and I appreciate your offer.
You know, I'm just up the hall in number 7, and if I can do anything at all, I'd be very grateful
Thank you.
to help you.
Thank you very much.
Surely.
You're very kind. Good night.
Oh, good night.
Good night. All right, old man. Up we get now. Come on.
Who are you?
Oh, come on, please.
You're a good man.
Yeah, look, maybe Mr. Potts will be able to find a room for you.
That prissy Potts. I wouldn't ask him for the right time of day.
Oh, well, fine.
By the way, what time is it?
Bedtime.
Good night.
Ma'am, is there anything wrong? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Go away.
Good evening, Ben.
Oh, hi, Doc.
Are you having a little trouble with a lady friend?
I got my room right here next door, number 4 there, and I'm trying to get some sleep. And she's crying in here next door, and I haven't been able to fall asleep.
Oh, you bachelors. You...
What are you men doing at my door?
Oh, excuse me.
Well, Doc. Ma'am, I've got the room next door here, and I've been trying to fall asleep, but I've been hearing you cry there through
I've
the
got a
wall.
perfect right to cry if I want, haven't I?
Well, yes, of course you have, ma'am. I've just been trying to get some sleep here.
Isn't that just like a man? You hear a woman cry, but are you concerned? No. Do you offer help? No. All you can think about is your precious sleep.
I'm sorry. Is something I can do?
No. I'm sorry I kept you awake. I'll try to see that my heart breaks quietly. So you can sleep.
Well, ma'am, that is the point.
Ben,
What?
there's a cowboy in there with a bullet in his leg. Now, I need a man to hold him down while I take it out.
Well, go downstairs and get Mr. Potts to hold him down.
Oh, Ben Potts. He'd faint at the sight of the blood. Now, come on.
Oh, all right.
Oh, what was the little lady crying about?
Her heart was breaking.
Yeah. Oh, well, Ben, now don't you worry. If she was talking about it, you just bruised it a little.
Oh, Doc.
Ben, this is Larry Newell. Larry, this is Ben Cartwright.
You're that young fella that was dodging them bullets down the street a while back. I thought that chum had missed you.
No, but he didn't hit me bad enough to keep me from getting out of there.
Now, look, Mr. Cartwright's gonna hold you down while I get this bullet out.
I don't need anybody to hold me down.
Hold him down, then.
Yeah.
Now, this won't be bad.
Hang on
It
tight
isn't
now.
deep. Yeah. It's all right. I got it. I got it. Here we are. That wasn't bad.
That Shermer's a pretty bad character. You're lucky he only hit you in the leg.
He's a bad poker loser, that's for sure. I don't win very often myself, but when I'm smart enough to win, I'm smart enough to get out with it. I need that money. My ma's got a note coming due at home.
Oh, where's home?
Texas, Bowie County. As soon as Doc gets through here, I'm getting me a horse heading for there.
There. Ah, that'll hold it. Yeah, oh, tomorrow you try to get somebody to change that for you. You understand? All right.
Thanks, Doc. How much do I owe you?
Oh, $5. That's for taking out the bullet and forgetting that I did.
Well, that's more than fair.
Well, thank you. Oh, and Ben, as for you, I think you could do with a little more rest than you've been getting.
Oh, Doc, I'm gonna get some rest right now.
Good. Well, good night. Good night.
You get some rest too, young fella.
Oh, Mr. Cartwright, would you do me just one more favor?
Well, not if it's gonna cost me any more sleep, I won't.
Well, I just want you to hold my wallet for me while I get that horse. Then, if Shimer comes after me, you could send it to my ma, and address is right here in the wallet.
Well,
I just take out enough money for the horse, okay?
Yeah, all right.
I better go and get that horse.
Oh, yeah, I'll help you.
Sure do appreciate all you're doing for me, Mr. Cartwright.
You get yourself a good horse now. Bye.
What? What are you doing in here?
Wilfred!
What's going on in here? What's this joker doing in the room?
Well, he's a perfect stranger.
Stranger? In your room in the middle of the night?
He's got in the wrong room.
How dare you insinuate? Oh, Wilfred Sims, now look what you've gone and done.
What I've done?
Oh, yes.
Just wait till that varmint opens his eyes, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna do. That wife stealer.
Stop it! Help me! Oh, it's Mr. Cartwright.
These are for
Help
you.
me with it. Oh, please. Oh, stop it! Here. Oh, Mr. Cartwright. Oh. How could you do this to Mr. Ben Cartwright?
Well, ma'am, I don't give a shucks who he is. He can't go wandering around my wife's room.
I am not your wife.
Oh, now, Lucy, be reasonable.
Oh, man, are you feeling better?
What happened?
Well, these barbarians here attacked you.
Who are you calling barbarians?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Obviously, these two are in collusion.
We are?
But I assume that the actual barbaric attack was performed by that one.
Don't call my husband names.
Lucy,
Have some water.
you called me your husband.
I did not.
You did too, didn't she? You called me your husband.
Please, everybody, the whole thing was a mistake caused by my excessive drowsiness. I apologize to the young couple. I think I'll go back to sleep.
Oh, if you want to file charges in the morning, I'll be very happy to testify.
Very kind.
Oh, and by the way, the relationship here bears investigation.
Get out. Will, I've had enough of your insults. Now get out.
Why, how dare you talk to me that way?
Ladies, I want to thank you very much for everything that you've done for me.
Oh, now, Mr. Cartwright, now, if you should have any more trouble.
I know, I'll call you, Mrs.
Now,
Jenkins.
you be
Thank you
sure
very
you
much.
do that.
Good night.
Oh, Mr.
Sorry,
Cartwright.
Mrs. Jenkins. I want to apologize again, and I think I'll be able to find the right room this time.
Just a minute. You too, Wilfred. Out.
Oh, now, Lucy.
Go, or I will call upon this gentleman to protect me.
But you're my wife.
I am not your wife. He lured me into a false marriage.
I did not. I didn't know the preacher was a fake.
Then you should have found out.
You're still my wife.
Protect me from this man!
Look, I just don't understand what either one of you is talking about.
It's very simple. Back in Kansas, he persuaded me to run away with him and get married and come to California. But on the way out, I found out that the preacher who married us wasn't a preacher at all.
'Cause you was flirting with that fancy dude on the stage and he told you so.
He was not a fancy dude, and I was not flirting, and he knew the truth. Knew the preacher's name. Said he'd call himself anything. Preacher, judge, doctor, anything just to make a dishonest dollar.
Wait a minute. Look, we got a preacher here. He's a honest-to-goodness minister. Why don't we all get some sleep tonight, and then tomorrow you can go to the minister and get yourself married all over again?
Never. If I marry again, it won't be to someone so dumb he picks a fake preacher, but to someone with brains in his head and romance in his soul.
Well, like that fancy dude?
Maybe. But tomorrow I'm taking the first stage back to Kansas. Now get out!
Women. How are we ever gonna figure them?
Well, we never do completely. Hey, why don't you try some of that romance she mentioned?
Romance?
Yeah. Worked before, didn't it? Might work again.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah. You've changed. You ain't as nice as you was.
Wake up.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you, sir? Isaiah Potts at your service.
All right, just answer some questions. I'm looking for a punk kid from Texas. Is he staying here?
The name, please?
I don't know his name. But he's blonde and skinny and was wearing a checked shirt.
Oh, I'm not sure that description fits any of our guests. What was it you wanted of him, sir?
I want to invite him to a poker game.
Oh, that sounds like a pleasant diversion. But at this late hour, all of our guests are asleep. Why don't you try the saloon? Room 6, Larry Newell from Texas.
Now, why didn't you say so in the first place?
Oh, Mr. Newell.
Yes, Mr. Potts.
There's a man looking for you to invite you to a poker game.
Is a mean-looking man with a gray hat?
He went up to your room to look for you. That must be him coming back now.
Well, look, don't tell him you saw me and I'll make it worth your while.
You will?
Real worth your while.
Thank you, sir.
He ain't there.
Oh. Well, perhaps he went out while I was dozing. This night work is very tiring, you know.
Any idea where he might be?
I'm a hotel clerk, not the social editor of the paper.
Any more smart words out of you, and I'm going to shove them right down your throat. Now, answer the question.
I don't know. Honest.
Anybody else been looking for him?
The doctor. He sent for the doctor to tend a wound.
So I plugged him, huh? That's good. Anybody else?
Mr. Cartwright, a guest. I heard the doctor call upon him for his assistance.
Where's this Cartwright?
Oh, well, you can't disturb him. He's a very tired man, Mr. Cartwright, and... Room number 4.
Hey, Mr. Busybody. Come on, get up. I want to talk to you. You wake up like that all the time?
And what do you want?
Where's that Newell kid?
Who?
That kid I winged for cheating me out of my money.
I don't know where he is. And if I did know, I probably wouldn't tell you anyway. So why don't you just get out of here and let me go back to sleep, will you?
I got a feeling he'll be back. And I'm waiting for him.
Not here, you're not. I paid for this room. And I'm going to get some sleep. Now, will you please get out?
Yeah.
Shut the door, will you?
Mr. Potts.
Well, did you see Mr. Cartwright?
Yeah, I saw him. Now I want to see Larry Newell. Give me a room near his.
We're full up.
Well, in that case, I'll just have to wait in his room.
Really? This is most unorthodox. And without permission, I have no authority to allow anyone to visit a guest's room.
When he comes back, you won't tell him I'm waiting. Now, will you?
Oh, believe me, if all them endearing young charms which I gaze on so fondly today, oh, was to change by tomorrow, fleet from arms like fair dreams fading away. Thou art still be adored as this moment thou art. Let thy loveliness fade as it will.
Oh, Wilfred, I didn't mean tonight.
Each wish in my heart.
Wilfred Sims, what on earth are you up to?
Well, I'm just trying to court you romantic-like. I mean, that's what you want, ain't it, Lucy?
Romantic? Caterwauling around the hotel this time of night? Why, you've gone and wakened this nice man again.
Yes, you certainly have. And a busy man like Mr. Cartwright needs his rest.
No, Mrs. Jenkins. Let me handle
I'm
this.
only trying to help, Mr. Cartwright.
I know you are, and Mrs. Jenkins, why don't you go back to your room and
Well,
get yourself a good night's rest? And I do appreciate the interest that you've been
Well,
taking.
that's
Thank you.
perfectly all right now, and if I can be of any help, you call me.
Thank you very much. Of course I will. I'm afraid that Wilfred's romantic tactics are as a result of a little talk that we had, Mrs. Sims.
I'm not Mrs. Sims.
Well,
Call me Lucy. I declare, I don't know whether I'm Miss or Mrs.
Well, Lucy, what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to make the point that he's trying to win back your affections the way he won them not too long ago.
Yeah, and that ain't easy without repeating yourself.
Well, I don't consider waking everybody up with your yowling any way to win a girl.
I think it's about time that you two started listening to the facts instead of your emotions.
What facts?
Well, one of the facts is that this young lady is going back to Kansas in the stage tomorrow. Isn't that right? Now, the trouble with you two is that you've been suffering growing pains. And you'd be suffering those even if you were married. And the best way to get rid of them is to talk about them. Now, it still isn't too late tonight. The moon's still shining bright. You can go outside and walk and talk. And after you've talked it all out, then you can decide whether you go to your separate ways or whether you go to see a preacher in the morning.
How about it, Lucy?
Well, I guess a walk can't hurt a girl. I'll get my coat.
I sure do thank you, Mr. Cartwright.
Look, Wilfred, do me a favor. Don't argue with her. Save that little pleasure for after you're married. Who's up in young Newell's room number 6?
Oh, I'm sure I don't know, sir.
Look, Potts, I'm tired. Too tired to play games. Who is it?
We didn't exchange amenities. He just said he wished to play poker with Mr. Newell.
Shermer.
Is that his name? We could certainly take some lessons in manners.
Now listen, I want you to get Sheriff Coffee.
What?
Go get Sheriff Coffee. Tell him I want to see him up in my room.
But I can't leave here with the safe open and all.
Lock the safe. Now get him.
And they told me to come west.
Mr. Potts, where's that Shermer? I've been waiting outside and he ain't come out yet.
What about that worthwhile talk of yours?
Well, I gotta get upstairs first and get my wallet. Now, how about Shermer?
Yes, that's a mean man, all right.
He sure is, and he's trigger happy, too. He's the one who shot my leg.
He did? He went out the back door. That's why you didn't see him.
That's good, and thank you a lot, Mr. Potts.
Here, now get going. Move.
Murder? Murder in the Golden Globe Hotel. Oh, Sheriff, the management will have my scalp for this. They'll blackball me all over the country. I hope you realize just exactly what this is doing to...
Will you please shut up and pull yourself together? Now, did you get the doctor?
Of course. He'll be here as soon as he gets dressed. I told him we'd be needing him in his capacity of coroner.
Coroner? I wish you'd stick to your knitting. That man ain't dead yet. Leastways, he was still breathing when Ben and I carried him upstairs.
No. He's a goner for sure. Cut right there did him in good.
Oh, stop, will you? Are you accusing Ben Cartwright here of killing Shermer?
Well, they were the only two fighting, weren't they?
Ben. Ben. Did you hear? Potts here is accusing you of sticking a knife in Shermer.
Well, that's ridiculous. I didn't stick a knife in anybody.
Who did that?
Shut up, will you? Now, I'll do the investigating around here. Ben, tell me exactly what happened, if you will.
I had this wallet with that young Texan had me keep it for him because he was afraid that Shermer was going to try to get the money back that he'd won from Shermer in that poker game. And I knew that Shermer was waiting for the young fellow from Texas.
Good evening, Roy.
Doc?
And again to you, Ben. What are you doing up? You won't get proper rest like that. Now go to bed. Well, where's the body? Potts here tells me
Potts here is going to have to learn to mind his own business. Now, the man is upstairs, he's alive, and has a knife stuck in his back.
Well, for heaven's
sake. And don't worry about it. He's being watched over by a very charming guest of the hotel here, Mrs. Jenkins.
Oh, is that? Where is he?
In room number 6.
Nice woman.
Ben? Ben? Come on, please. Now, let's get on to that story. What happened? You know, you were telling me?
Oh, yeah. Well, the young fellow, the Texas fellow, Larry, he came running back and to get his wallet, and I gave him his wallet. And, Shermer, he was hiding out in the young fellow's room, and he ran out of the room, started shooting at the young fellow. And I started wrestling with Shermer to stop him from shooting, and suddenly I was hanging on, and suddenly he went limp. There was a knife in his back.
That's right.
Shut up. It's Larry. What happened to him?
Oh, yeah. Well, he must have skedaddled.
Oh, well, then I better get a deputy on him right now. We're going to need him.
He'll never find that boy, you know. With all that money, he's long gone to Texas.
Oh, boy.
And that means that I'm the only witness, Mr. Cartwright. And if that man up there dies, I think you're in serious trouble.
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, simply that as the only witness, I could say anything that I want to. That you stabbed Shermer with that knife, or that young Texan threw the knife from down here. Anything.
Yeah. Well, what you're really trying to say to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that your memory is regulated by money.
Oh, it's relative, my dear sir, relative. See, I'm a poor man, and what's a lot of money to me? A poor man is to you a rich man, a mere pittance.
Potts, Mr. Potts.
Yes.
Really, I've never been so insulted in my life. I offered to help that doctor up there, and he pushed me, literally pushed me out of the room. And what are you two chatting about?
Well, we're chatting about a very interesting subject here, Mrs. Jenkins. Blackmail.
Oh?
Yes, blackmail. Mr. Potts is trying to decide whether he'd make more money out of me by being a witness for me or against me in case Mr. Shermer dies.
Well, how dreadfully mercenary.
Yes. Hey, Mrs. Jenkins, you're a witness. You saw the whole thing happen.
Well, yes, I heard the shot, and I came out of my room in time to see that man fall down the stairs.
After the fact! After the fact!
Well, as a matter of fact, now that I think about it more clearly, I came out of my room before the shot. The sound of the scuffling and all, you know?
Yeah. You know, Mrs. Jenkins, you're beginning to sound a little bit like Mr. Potts.
Well, I got my boys trailing that young Texan. Miss Jenkins, how's the patient doing?
Well, I really wouldn't know. That doctor ejected me from the room.
In that case, we'll just have to wait for the doc.
Sheriff!
Potts! One of these days...
I demand you arrest that man for murder.
To have a murder, you gotta have a corpse.
Oh, how's he making out, Doc?
Well, he's still breathing, so he's no corpse. Hey, you made a good nurse.
Doc, do you think he ought to be left alone like that?
Oh, I cleaned the wound, and I gave him something to ease the pain, make him sleep. Whether that knife caused internal bleeding, I won't be able to tell for some time, so I'll have to keep an eye on him. But right now, I would love a cup of coffee. How about it?
I am not the chef.
Oh, there's so many things you're not. Where is the coffee?
In the office. But I'll tell you one thing I am, Mr. Cartwright. That's a witness to violence. Potential murder.
Potts, be logical, will you? Even if Ben Cartwright did do it, it's obviously a case of self-defense.
So that's the way it's going to be. The power of the rich against the word of the poor. The influence of the mighty.
Roy, how are the beds in jail?
Oh, we haven't had no complaints on them. No, I ain't gonna take that Jasper's word.
Roy. Take me over to the jail, will you?
Well, you ain't confessing, are you?
The only thing I'm confessing to is that I'm so dog tired I'm gonna fall asleep standing up. Now, will you take me to jail?
Let's go.
Oh, Mr. Cartwright. Oh, boy, you were sure right about that moon and all.
That's right. I have forgiven Wilfred and consented to marry him.
And first thing in the morning, I'm gonna wrestle that preacher right out of bed.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. Good night.
Are you the sheriff here?
That's right, ma'am.
Well, then you must also be a justice of the peace. That's the way it usually is.
Well, like most sheriffs, I am a justice of the peace, that's right.
Wilfred, as justice of the peace, he can marry us tonight.
What? I thought you wanted a fancy wedding with all them doodads and stuff.
We've had the doodads. Now all we want is to get married. Will you, Sheriff?
This is the middle of the night. Everybody's tired and all.
But that's the whole point, Sheriff. Otherwise, we gotta wait all that time until tomorrow and everything.
Well, if you put it that way.
Oh, a wedding! How romantic, don't you think so, dear Mr. Cartwright?
Roy, let's go to the jail.
Oh,
sorry,
Mr. Cartwright, you can't do that.
Yeah, you're gonna be our best man.
He's just got to be here. Why, he brought us together. If it weren't for him, I might have gone back to Kansas. Please, Sheriff.
Ben, it's up to you.
Please, Mr. Cartwright.
Well, I was in at almost the end of it. I guess I might as well be in at the beginning of it.
All right, let's get lined up right over here.
A wedding. We must have some music.
All right, kids, if you... Now, look, I'm just going to say the words. Tomorrow morning, I'll sign the papers. If it's all right with you, we'll stand right over here, please.
That'll be just fine. Here's the ring, Mr. Cartwright.
Doc, if you just stand right over here and give the bride away.
Yeah. Well, do I have to give her away? She's cute enough to keep. You're not a coffee maker either.
All right, what's your name?
Oh, Sims, it sure is a pleasure to meet you, Sheriff.
I don't mean that. Now get back over there.
Yes, sir.
No, your given name. Your first name.
Lucy.
Do you? Will you cut that out?
Please, Sheriff. It is so.
All right, then go ahead.
He threw that knife in self-defense. I can testify to that.
Sure.
All right, son, you can go.
You mean I'm free?
Yeah, and get that bandage changed.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Doc, Mr. Cartwright.
Away you go.
Goodbye, sir.
Off you go. Be careful now. Roy, this time I'm getting some sleep for sure.
Amen. This time you do it, or you're going to become a patient.
I'll do it this time.
Good night, all.
Good night, good night.
Sheriff, just a minute. Are we married or not?
Ben, where'd I leave off, you know?
Can you remember?
You left off right after I gave her away.
All right, by virtue of the powers vested in me, I now pronounce you man and wife good night. You can kiss the bride now, William.
I didn't even get to kiss the bride.
Oh, don't you just love weddings, Mr. Cartwright?
Good night, patient.
Good night, Mrs. Jenkins. Move over. Come on, move over.
I can make do with worn-out harness, but you spent $1.50 extra just for some cloths and thread.
The storekeeper saved it specially for me.
Oh, yeah, sure, he's very nice. He knows how to make his fortune from us, especially from my sister, who thinks our money grows on trees. Spend good money on all that embroidery foolishness. For what use? We can't eat it. We can't wear it.
I enjoy it, Johann. It keeps me busy.
We are busy enough at work on the ranch.
I think I do my share of that.
All right. Sure, Hilda. Did I say you don't work? Just that to me, money is money. It's hard to come. Cost me enough for all these supplies. But now, at this rate, we will never get home.
Hold it. Take it easy. Give me your money.
Johann.
Stay still, Hilda.
All right. You win, friend. Just don't break the guitar.
Now, you got a lot more to worry about than that, friend.
Poor Howard's dead and gone. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Left me here to sing this song. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Left me here to sing this song. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Who's been here since I've been gone? Well, a pretty little girl with a red dress on. Who's been here since I've been gone? Well, a pretty little girl with a red dress on. Who's been here since I've been gone? Well, a pretty little girl with a red dress on. Who's been here since I've been gone? Well, a pretty little girl with a red dress on. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Oh, who's been here since I've been gone? Well, a great big man with a black hat on. Who's been here since I've been gone? Great big man with a black hat on. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Left me here to sing this song.
Oh, Adam, glad you dropped by. I got that complaint all made out against that Howard Meade. The Bruners is already signed. Now you just put your John Henry down here.
Hey, talk to him a minute, will you?
Why, sure. Might shut him up.
Poor Howard's dead and gone. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Left me here to sing this song. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Yeah. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Poor Howard's dead and gone.
You're in serious trouble, you know. Or doesn't that worry you?
I don't have a worry, I don't have a care. Going back to Frisco, ladies love me there. The ladies love me there.
I can see it doesn't worry you enough to stop singing.
You take a bird. Does he sing because he's got no worries? He sings because he has to, that's all.
You know, I've been standing outside there, listening to some pretty good music. And trying to figure out the fella doing the singing. You know, you handle a guitar a lot better than you do a gun.
Ain't that the truth? You know, I don't know how to say this, but I want to thank you for stopping me. I've done a lot of things in my time that I'm not proud of. But not that one. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I pick up a few things here and there.
Hey, I do too.
Yeah, I know, other people's money.
I'm gonna tell you something, Adam Cartwright. And I don't give a hoot whether you believe it or not. That's the first time I ever tried a stunt like that with a gun. Broke, hungry. I was in town, I looked in that store window, and there's that big German sodbuster and his woman, and he had a fistful of money to choke a horse.
The name is Bruner. Johann and his sister Hilda. They're good people, and they work hard for their money.
I'll take your word for it.
This stuff about being hungry. That's true?
Nobody ever believes a guitar-picking drifter.
Adam, I got some things to do. I'd like to get you to sign this complaint.
Roy, I'd like to talk to the Bruners first.
What do you want to waste your time with this guy for?
How do you know I'm wasting my time? Besides, it improves the atmosphere around here.
That? I just don't understand this yahoo and the singing at all.
Don't try, just listen. So that's his story. Well, I'm not saying that what he did wasn't a crime, but I think if a man makes one slip, he deserves a second chance.
I'm not the person to put another soul in prison. I will withdraw the complaint.
Well, I do not withdraw. He pointed the gun on my face to take my money. I get the satisfaction of putting him where he belongs.
Ah, Johann.
A whole barrel of flour, grain seed, marsh for the peaks. $10, $25 worth I lost because of that robber.
Oh, I didn't think it was that much. But, let's say it was 15. I'll pay for the damages out of my own pocket if you drop the charges. The satisfaction of putting a man in prison isn't worth $15, is it, Johann?
Smile as you go by, buddy, smile as you go by, 'cause I ain't got time to hear no grown man cry. My pappy was a poor man, all he ever had was fun, and all he had to give me was the earth, the sky, and sun. But the greatest thing he told me was, boy, don't weep for moan, 'cause the man who's always crying now will always cry alone. You just smile as you go by, buddy, smile as you go by, 'cause I ain't got time.
Who's the singing hand?
So, new fella Adam brought in.
Well, he's not a hand yet. Any word from Sacramento?
Nope. Nothing.
Can't understand it. Can't sit here twiddling our thumbs while those millstones are lost in some Sacramento warehouse.
I want to go on down there and take a look.
Yeah, let's do that tomorrow morning.
What about Howard Meade out there?
Well, I can tell you one thing about him. He can sure sing.
Well, maybe pretty good at singing, but as a hand, I don't know. That fellow worries me some.
Why, just because he got hungry and broke? A lot of men have had that problem at one time or another.
Yeah, they haven't tried to solve that problem with a gun.
That's what you said yourself, that everybody's entitled to at least one mistake.
Well, I'll tell you this, Paul. If he can punch cows like he can sing, we got ourselves a gym.
Well, let's talk to him.
Smile as you go by, buddy, smile as you go by, 'cause I ain't got time to hear no grown man cry. Ain't got time to hear no grown man cry. Ah, yeah.
That's a pretty song. Yeah, fellas, you got some chores to do?
Yeah, I gotta get back to work.
Howard, this is my father.
How are you, sir?
This is my brother, Hoss. Joe.
You?
How are you? Good to see you.
Howard, how are you?
Howard Meade.
Howard? I understand you like to do some work for us.
I certainly would appreciate it, sir. Anything would be fine.
Well, a couple of things that should be cleared up first.
About the money that Adam put up for me, sir, I plan on paying that back the first wages I make.
Well, good, but I was really thinking about our neighbors and friends, the Bruners.
I've been aiming to go over and tell them how sorry I am about what happened. In fact, I'll head over there right now.
Yeah, well, I'll take you over there tonight, after we've done a little picking and singing first, huh?
My pappy was a poor man, all he ever had was fun, and all he had to give me was the earth, the sky, and sun. But the greatest thing he told me was, boy, don't weep or moan, 'cause the man who's always crying now will always cry alone. You just smile as you go by, boy, smile as you go by, 'cause I ain't got time to hear no grown man cry. Smile as you go by, boy, smile as you go by, 'cause I ain't got time to hear no grown man cry. You just smile as you go by, buddy, smile as you go by.
Just us.
Hey, Adam, can you take me in Virginia City in a buckboard?
Sure, anything to get rid of you.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, Joe? Did I give you that extra cash to take along?
No? Huh?
Hey, Paul! Howard Meade's gone, Paul, and along with him one of our best mares. He took a rifle out of the bunkhouse.
They say I'll never settle. They say I was born wild, but they don't know my burden. I'm my mama's hard luck child. My mama's hard luck child. I've been all over this land, from Texas up to Maine, and everywhere I've rambled, good people curse my name. Good people curse my name.
Hello, Adam. You come to bring me in? Why? That horse ain't that valuable. Sorry you chased all this way for nothing. 'Cause it's hello and goodbye. Don't try anything.
Go ahead, use it. You stole the money. You took the mare. Go ahead, use the gun. You stole that, too. What kind of a man are you, Howard?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I was born wrong. Or bent wrong. I never had a mother either, Cartwright. Only I never had a pa. A pa. All I remember about him was he was real tall. He used to sing a lot in jail. He died in jail. What's use talking about it? Nobody's listening anyway.
I'm listening.
You know, sometimes I feel like I'm never going to be satisfied anywhere, but in jail or on the run.
Howard, you got too much going for you. Just give us a chance to help, huh?
It's charity.
It's not charity.
I never did cotton to
Oh,
charity.
come on, Howard. Why don't you sing something? You sing a lot better than you talk.
He will lead me home. Well, when that day has come, I never more will roam. And every road I see will lead me home.
Yeah. I know he's had a hard life, but what's going to make him change his ways now?
Well, I think he's learned something. I think he's learned that people care about him.
Is that going to make him change his ways?
Well, I'll say this. I'll take the responsibility for him. Deal?
All right. Just don't forget that old Indian saying. Fool me once, a curse on you. Fool me twice, a curse on me.
Well, by George, Howard, you can.
Can what?
Well, you can punch cattle dang near as good as you can sing.
Thanks. I gotta get cleaned up and get on into town. I'm seeing Hilda tonight. Maybe I'll even take her to the dance.
Good, I'll see you there.
Hey, just remember, she's my girl! Come on.
Early one morning, just as the sun was rising, I heard a Mädchen sing in the valley below. Oh, don't deceive me, oh, never leave me. How could you use a poor Mädchen so? Remember the vows that you made to your Mary. Remember the bower where you vowed to be true. Oh, don't deceive me, oh, never leave me. How could you use a poor Mädchen so?
That's mighty pretty. Play another?
No, now you play one. And we listen. And after that, I make some coffee.
If you have a fire, what do you do with the lamp? Kerosene costs money.
Johan's right. I like it better with the light down low anyway.
But I'll keep a-traveling on, keep a-looking at the dawn, till I can lay this lonesome body down. And when that day has come, oh, I never more will roam, and every road I see will lead me home.
Howard, you always sing such lonely songs.
Do I? Tell you what. Let's go to town. You know, there's big doings in Virginia City tonight, and you and me might do a little dancing.
No, I don't think I should. I really don't dance very well, and I don't have a dress to wear.
What do you call what you have on, an Indian blanket? Come on, let's give it a whirl.
The answer is no.
I'm not asking you to the dance, Brunner. I'm asking your sister.
You don't hear so good. She told you no. Now you can get out of this house.
Johann, I won't have you talk like that.
What do you think he is after with all his sing and his smart talk? You? My money, that's what he's after. Why else would he spend so much of his time going for a plain little nothing?
Mr. Mead, I like very much to go to the dance. I get my rep.
Hilda, I didn't mean what I said. I do not want you to go out with this man. He's not good for you.
Why? Because he's kind to me? Because he appreciates me?
Hilda, what about me? You are leaving me all alone.
Johann, I love you very much, but you are my brother.
Well, welcome back.
It's good to be back.
How was your trip?
Long and dusty. Found the lost order.
Pa told me. Tell you the truth, I didn't expect it back so soon. Don't they have any pretty girls down there?
Yeah, they had some pretty girls, but look, there was something I wanted to tell you.
Yeah, something I want to tell you. There's a dance here. I told Pa we'd be home after it's over.
The dance can wait. Come on over, I'll buy you a beer. A couple of beers, Murray.
Well, come on, out with it. Well?
Down in Sacramento, I found out your friend Howard Mead is wanted by the law in California.
Well, we knew that, didn't we? Some trouble he got in.
The trouble's murder.
I don't believe it.
Well, you better start believing it. Fella Mead's as good with a gun as he is with a guitar. He shot and killed a saloon keeper. That's not his first killing either. He's wanted for the murder of another man in Kentucky and a string of robberies all the way across the country.
It's a good thing I see your horses outside. I want to tell you about your song-singing friend.
What about him?
This is what about. He robbed me when my back was turned. When he was pretend to court my sister. 46 $5 gold pieces. Now I got that thief right where I want him.
Johann. If it's true, I think I ought to go to the sheriff.
So he can let him go like the last time? No! No, Sheriff! I handle this my way now!
Where do you think he's gone?
Probably to the town hall. Howard took Hilda to the dance. Look, get the sheriff. I'll meet you there.
Right.
You getting your guitar and playing some songs for us folks while we rest a bit. Yeah!
I don't have a worry, I don't have a care. Going down to Frisco, all my friends are there. All my friends are there.
Thief! You listen to a thief. He should be put in jail where he belongs. Hilda, wait outside.
Johann.
You want to be here with this man who took all our money?
You are crazy.
Johann!
Get out! You want to sing song?
Hold it right there, man. Now drop that gun.
That'll be all right.
He's dead, all right. Meade, this time I'm arresting you for murder.
Poor Howard's dead and gone. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Who'll be here to sing his song? Mm-hmm. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Poor Howard's dead and gone. Who'll be here to sing his song?
Can't you sing something cheerful?
I don't have a worry, I don't have a care. Going to a hanging, all my friends are there.
That's cheerful?
Hilda? Hilda? Anybody home?
I keep thinking of her sitting in that dark house. What thoughts she must be thinking. Hating Howard and hating me.
You?
And if it wasn't for me, Johann would still be alive.
Where are you going?
See Howard.
I'm taking your guitar.
Yeah, well, he's gonna die. Man should have some comfort. It's the only thing that ever meant anything to him.
Hang me up high, boy. high so I can see her as she rides by.
Thanks. You know, I guess Hilda was right. I always sing the lonely ones. Have you seen her? No. Do me a favor, Adam. Ask her to forgive me. You know, no matter what other lies I told, I really did care for her.
How much of the rest was lies?
They were all lies, I guess. Well, I've stolen, I've killed. Lying didn't seem to make much difference.
Strongest of oak is the gallows, tightest of knots is the noose. Why, oh, why did I kill that man? Now I'll never get loose. Now I'll never get loose.
Boy, you're looking to die.
I've rode o'er hot, dry deserts and over mountains tall. I believed in the Badlands saying a good gun never falls. A good gun never falls. Well, Adam, listen to me. Yeah, hear the words I tell. If you can help it, don't you cross the law. You'll spend your days in, well, you'll finish your life in, yeah.
Go away.
Hilda, it's Adam. I want to talk to you. Howard sent a message to you. He asked you to forgive him.
Was that all?
No, he said that no matter what other lies he may have told you, that he really did care for you.
There's no hope for him, is there?
Not anymore.
Adam, I love him.
Hilda, the man threw his life away. Now, don't you go and throw yours away, too, huh?
Thank you for bringing the message.
Go over to see Hilda Bruner today?
Yeah?
Well, something funny just happened. I passed her on the road just now, and she stopped me and asked me to tell you to please forgive her. What do you suppose she meant by that?
Thanks. I'll never forget it.
What? I'm coming with you.
You can't. You just get yourself killed.
I don't care. I want to be with you.
Well, I don't want you. You just be in the way.
Nobody goes with me!
Hold it there, Meade!
You make a fine big target, Adam. I could have put the rest of these in your back.
Why didn't you?
Who sing my songs? When poor Howard's dead and gone, who'll be left to sing his songs?
Hilda, these are the final papers to the sale of your ranch. Reckon the bank told you that they'd transfer the money to your address in Germany?
Yes. Thank you, Sheriff. Auf Wiedersehen.
Stage will be ready to leave in a minute.
Adam,
Yeah?
I still can't understand it. To be able to sing like that with so much feeling and sorrow for the people and their sorrows, and yet to be what he was. Why?
I don't know. 100 reasons, probably. You just have to forget him.
Is that why he lived? To be forgotten?
Maybe not. Eller?
Bye, Ed.
Bye.